The thing that would surprise most people about swimming is how much of a team sport it actually is. I remember my first meet in college. It was just a simple inter-squad meet, and I was nervous as could be. And there's just a different sort of pressure. And once you start getting into the team competitions, NCAAs and conference, there's so much more to it than just yourself and just competing in one individual race. It's really about the team, and you're there representing your team and supporting them. So there's a whole different sort of pressure. People look at swimming and they see you in your race and they think it's just about you. And really, the collegiate competitions, conference championships, NCAAs, nobody's really ever thinking about themselves. It's really about what am I doing for my teammates? How are my teammates competing? How are our relays doing? And what am I doing to make us win this team championship? Because a lot of us, I was never able to win an individual national championship, and there are a lot of people that did. But I can tell you that the ones who won the team championships, it meant so much more than the individual championship. You don't even know what's going on around you. I remember before swim races where there'd be hundreds, thousands of people at Olympic trials, and they'd all be yelling at you. I'd have teammates above me just yelling at you, trying to get my attention. They're like, why aren't you giving me any attention? I'm like, man, I don't even know what's going on outside. I'm just so focused in what's going on. And then they parade you out to your block, and the only thing you can think about is looking down your lane, narrowing down that race plan, remembering that, and just, it's game time, focusing on what you're about to do. I was talking to sports psychologists, trying to get the right things in your head, and it really is something to convince yourself that you're the best in the world, that you're the best in the NCAA, that you're one of the fastest people ever. You gotta convince yourself, and you also gotta tell yourself how many times about, I've done everything I have, training, nutrition, performance, recovery, to prepare for this one moment. And I know I did it much better than that person next to me. And it's a lot that goes on to it. And the person who remains calm, cool, collective, and confident in those races is usually who comes out on top. We always had a ton of fun at Big 12 championships. My best experience was my junior year. We broke the American record in the 800 freestyle relay. And it was so unexpected. We never really, I don't even think we ever even talked about doing it at that meet. But it was the first night, David Walters led off, broke our school record in an incredible time, and we didn't know that was gonna happen. And from that one, it was just one after another. And we smashed the NCAA and American record, and it was just incredible. When I watch swimmers, I usually look for kind of their pre-race routine. How are they acting? Like I watch some of their warm-ups. How are they warming up? Are they calm? Are they jittery? Are they nervous? And then I usually watch like their first 2-3 laps, depending on the race. Some people, are they sticking to the race strategy? When you start studying swimming, when you start studying your competitors, you know how they're going to swim a race. You know if they're going to be out fast, if they're going to be out slow and come home faster. And if those people are actually doing what they plan to do, that's when the nerves start getting into it. So when somebody's kind of freaking out a little bit, maybe a little too much, and the mental part gets into them. For somebody first coming to the swim meet, tell them to look out for the person who goes out really fast and the one who probably won't make it home as fast, because it's a pretty painful swim. Look for those guys, the Big 12 Conference, and those are going to be future Olympians, future Olympic gold medalists, and get to know those faces, get to know those guys, because they are some of the most talented people in the world. And to be able to experience that, see them swimming in their college days, it's pretty awesome.